Hello and thank you for joining me for your daily reading. So today we're taking a look at doing a Celtic cross reading, and this is just going to be a general overview of what is going on for you guys at this point in time. As always, please do keep in mind that these reads are general, and so all of the messages are not necessarily going to resonate just for you. You only take the messages that are meant for you and leave what isn't yours for someone else to enjoy, okay? Right. So, if you just give me a minute so I can sort out your deck. Right, what is going on? Okay, so I'll switch out to the overhead camera if I can hit the right button. Sometimes I put my foot on the pedal and then it'll just stop filming. I'm like, oh, what's going on? It's because I've hit the wrong button. Right, so your situation is the Queen of Wands. Why it's happening? So this is the challenge, the King of Cups. Okay. Subconscious energies is the Sun. The past causes of the situation is the Hierophant. Your conscious drives, what's going on in your conscious drives, that's the Three of Pentacles or the Three of Coins. Near future, that's the Four of Swords. Let me just see if I can tidy this up a bit. I'm going to run out of space. Okay. So the power that you can have, or the power that you do have, in order to influence the events, that's the Eight of Wands. Environmental factors, that's the Knight of Cups. Your hopes or fears, your inner emotions is the Moon. Of course it is, yeah. And then your outcome or guidance is the Ace of Cups. And your blind spot, which is at the bottom of the deck, that's the Chariot. Okay, so the Chariot is in your blind spot. Willpower. Willpower's in your blind spot. Maybe... I mean, that could be saying that you feel, because it's in your blind spot, it's like you don't actually realize that you have more power and more control in the situation than what you think you do. Okay, because the Chariot's all about moving something forward. It's also a card of victory, okay, an accomplishment, and that's in your blind spot. So you might be feeling a bit pessimistic about your situation right now, maybe not knowing how to move things forward or move the situation forward, not realizing that the ball is in your court, you know. Whatever you decide next is absolutely going to be pivotal to the outcome of your particular situation that you're dealing with. It is unusual to get the Chariot in your blind spot. Yeah, you've got the Wheel of Fortune under there. Exactly. Not realizing how fortunate you actually are, and that's not supposed to come across as being patronizing, okay, just before anyone tries to have a go, right? The Chariot with the Wheel of Fortune in your blind spot, that spirit's saying that you're actually in a very fortunate position right now and that you should really take advantage of that, okay? Don't be afraid to take advantage of situations, whether in your opinion the situations are going wrong or if they're going right, okay? Your particular situation here, it's literally working out, I don't want to say for your own good because that sounds horrible, but it is actually working out to your advantage, but you might not see it that way right now, okay? That's why these energies are sitting in your blind spot, because this Wheel of Fortune, which, as you'll know, is good fate, karma, good fortune, things moving in the right direction, and then the card of victory with the Chariot, it's like at the moment your own pessimism or negative thinking is actually overwriting your own ability to see the opportunity in front of you for exactly what it is. You know, and again, that's honestly, it's not supposed to sound patronizing at all, but I do appreciate that it might be coming across that way, okay? So as long as you guys know, look, I'm not sitting there casting judgments or whatever. Okay, I'm just trying to read the message as best I can. Like I said, to have these energies sitting in your blind spot is really, really unusual. Okay, really unusual. It's almost as if, I mean, you could have been struggling for a while with things just going wrong, you know, with you constantly being stopped from progressing forward with whatever. It could be a relationship or career, and then wondering, shit, why, like, what is it that I'm doing wrong? I've tried everything every which way and it's still not working out. What am I doing wrong? So again, with this being in your blind spot, it's like the universe is coming through for you and saying, whatever you do, don't quit, okay? Because you are about to hit that metaphorical gold, okay? Things are about to start moving, and they're going to move fast. All right. Both of these cards I would consider as being fast moving cards. So if you have been struggling for a while with stagnation of any type, things are going to start moving quickly. Right, it's just getting you over this last metaphorical hump, this last speed bump in the road. Because again, like this combination, the Chariot with the Wheel of Fortune, that's like an empty freeway. That's what's in front of you, an empty freeway. No traffic jams, no speed bumps, no traffic lights that's going to flash on red on you at the last minute. Okay, this is empty freeway. So yeah, I mean, I don't think that you can see this coming, because it's almost as if your energy has just accepted things the way that they currently are, which feels stagnant. Okay, so yeah, Spirit, the universe is coming through for you here really, really strong. That you are actually going to have a very clear sense of direction very, very soon. Okay, but again, see how you've got the black horse and the white horse. Well, actually, they're unicorns in this deck. It indicates the work that you've already done and the work that is still yet to be done. So there's a message here from Spirit telling you guys, look, don't rest on your laurels. Don't take anything for granted. There is still work to be done. Okay, you've still got a job to do. You've still got responsibilities. You've still got to apply yourself. Okay, but yeah, let's take a look. Right, so you've got the Queen of Wands with the King of Cups off center for the situation and why it's happening. Okay. So Queen of Wands is a very attractive energy. It can be someone who is physically very beautiful or handsome, someone who is incredibly influential, definitely very busy. Okay, a Queen of Wands can be an individual who is maybe trying to take on a lot of things at the same time. Okay, I am feeling this combination as you're trying to keep yourself busy, trying to keep yourself distracted from what is going on for you emotionally here, okay, with the King of Cups being the reason why this one here is happening. Okay, you're probably trying to ignore your own feelings. I do apologize if that came through in the microphone. We have quite a few boy races around this part where I live, and yeah, they are a little bit noisy, so it is what it is. Yeah, trying to ignore your feelings, trying to keep yourself busy so that you don't have to acknowledge how you feel about someone or something. But here's the thing as well with the Queen of Wands in this context. Okay, it's someone who is very productive as well. So you are producing, you are doing a lot of things, but it's not a waste of time because you're actually completing certain projects and aspirations here as well. Okay, because the Queen of Wands is very efficient at getting shit done. They are all about taking the necessary risks, doing whatever it is that needs to be done, getting on with it, basically. Okay. In your subconscious energy is the sun. I love this because there's optimism, joy, prosperity, growth, abundance, success, celebration, feeling good, looking good, generally having an optimistic outlook on life. And that's in your subconscious. Now, do you recall what was in your blind spot? Yeah. The fact that Spirit was telling you guys, look, it does get better. And it will get better. This reassurance. These two cards here feels like a big hug from the universe is how I would describe it. And then you're having that message reinforced here with the sun in the subconscious energies. Okay, so it's like, you know, deep down the shit's not going to be as difficult as it currently is or recently has been forever. It's like, you know that deep down. You know the struggle. It is impossible for that to continue for the foreseeable. Okay. You know that deep down. That's why the sun is in your subconscious energies. Okay? So hold on to that. The past causes of your situation is the Hierophant. I feel that this is about your duty, your dedication, how serious you are, either about your chosen path in life or about a certain relationship or your career. Okay, very dedicated. Will not be convinced that this person or this career isn't for you. Okay, because again, you know deep down what the truth is with the sun being there. Right, Hierophant is a very stubborn energy, and oftentimes the word stubborn is described with a lot of negative connotations to it. But here's the thing, sometimes in life it is a requirement to be stubborn, okay, and other times in life being stubborn is going to work against us. Everything has to be in balance. Now, on this particular occasion, you being stubborn and you persevering and you not quitting is a very good plan. Very good plan. Okay? It's you sticking by your morals, sticking by your ethics, and being incredibly determined. Now, your conscious drives for the future, this is what you're actively trying to manifest, is the Three of Coins. So you're actively trying to manifest, it sounds cheesy, a better world, a better environment for everybody to enjoy. Your Three of Coins in this context is teamwork, project building, collaboration, working well with others, seeing eye to eye with others, being able to compromise with others and others being able to compromise with you. And you can see as well that there's a crescent moon in that card. Okay, that's all about refining and honing in on your own skills. This is observing and aligning your hopes with the universe. And it also tells you that the momentum is building. Okay, the momentum that you're needing as that fuel to carry you into the next level of whatever this is that you're watching this reading for, that momentum is building. And it's building with other people. Okay, this is really, really important that others are on the same page as you at this point in time. Okay, and of course, if they're not, then you're not going to be able to force other people to be on the same page as you. But again, it's finding your people. It's being with your people. Not an echo chamber. Just your people, just those who are going to collaborate with you, those who are going to support you, those who are actively partaking in their own success and therefore partaking in your success. It's like everybody helping each other out here. Okay, it's really beautiful energies. This is what you're actively trying to manifest. This is what you're actively trying to achieve. Now, in your near future, you've got the Four of Swords energy, which is reevaluating where certain things didn't work out and where you can make those tweaks and adjustments, where you can make improvements. Okay, this is in the very near future. You're going to be contemplating what could be done better and what perhaps is needing to be cut away and set free. Okay, it's cutting the wheat from the shaft and getting rid of the dross. Okay, it's a really old turn of phrase there. But yeah, in the very near future, you will be getting rid of the dross, whatever that means for you. Okay, and again, the implications behind that is going to be different for everyone who is watching this reading, because everyone's dealing with different stuff in their life. Okay, not everybody's going to be dealing with the exact same thing at the exact same time. You're going to be cutting away, getting rid of that dross. Okay, it could be ways of thinking, with it being swords energy. It could be you changing up the way that you communicate with other people so that you're easier understood by others. It could be no longer associating yourselves with certain individuals who are not part of your team, who are not part of your group. You know, getting rid of those who were sabotaging you, perhaps, actively working against you, getting rid of those who were just putting poison seeds in your head, who were putting doubts in your head about your own abilities. Or perhaps you're going to be reevaluating exactly where you've been ignoring your own feelings, with that King of Cups being the reason why this Queen of Wands is there. You feeling like you constantly have to be busy all of the time. Here's the thing. I suspect very much that I'm speaking to a group of people here who were made to believe in their formative years, they were made to believe that if they sat down for 5 minutes, had a break, had a rest, if they weren't actively doing something, that they were lazy, that they were useless, that they were just a waste of space, yada yada yada, the list goes on. Okay, I'm speaking to a group here who feel severely guilty within when they're not actively busy, when they're not actively doing something. Yeah? False teachings, the past causes of the situation, with the teacher here, the Hierophant. Okay? It all ties in, and it all makes sense now as to why you are in this energy where you feel like you constantly have to be producing something in order to be a useful human being. Now, it's not necessarily come from your caregivers, right? It could have done for some of you, absolutely. But for others of you, it could have been this sort of subliminal message that you were brought up with by media, for example. Okay? Who here was brought up with Thomas the Tank Engine when they were little? I was. What was the message behind Thomas the Tank Engine? And it's absolutely disgusting when you think about it. That you would only ever be loved and appreciated if you were somehow useful. That entire TV series was teaching kids how to be codependent. That they had to appease other people around them. And if they dare think for themselves or go against the grain in any way, shape or form, what would happen? They would get buried alive behind a brick wall. Yeah, you had to be a really useful engine, right? That was the teachings behind that kids' program. And that's what our generation was brought up with, and the generation before us as well. That's what they were brought up with. So it doesn't necessarily need to have been your immediate caregivers that put these ideas in your head, that somehow you had to be useful to other people in order to be of any kind of value. Everybody's got value. Everybody's got value. So by you basically trying to keep yourself busy so that you don't have to sit with your emotions, so that you don't have to acknowledge that you even have emotions, never mind process them, work through them and make peace with them, actively ignoring your own emotions about certain things in life by keeping busy, and then feeling like a piece of shit for feeling exhausted and needing to take a break. And then, feeling like, oh no, I need to get up and do something again. When was the last time you actually had a day off? All right. So in the very near future, guess what? You're going to be giving yourself that permission to have that day off. And I mean an entire day. Not 5 minutes, not 10 minutes, not 20 minutes, not an hour. I mean the entire day. And without doing anything. Not a thing. Nothing. Not even cooking. Ordering a takeout. Not even doing the washing up after. And that one day is going to be incredibly beneficial. Incredibly. Then you've got the Eight of Wands. This is the power that you currently have, or the power that you could own. Okay? This is internal influences. This is your energy, the Eight of Wands. Very, very fast energy. It's very active. Okay? It's all about movement, change, you feeling excited. You using this excitement about your future rather than you feeling dread for the future. You're genuinely starting to feel excited about the future and about what that future could mean for you specifically. You're going to feel more inspired, and another word that a lot of people don't like, empowered. You're going to feel inspired and empowered to take action then towards your future plans. That's the power that you currently have. Your Knight of Cups is showing in your environmental factors. Okay, this is your external influences. Okay, seeing all of the beauty and the creation and love that is around you. Instead of all the doom and gloom that everybody's being fed at this point in time. I've been there as well. This is an ongoing process for myself as well. To stop eating up all of the doom and gloom and to actually recognize all of the beauty that is around every single one of us, and the beauty that every single one of us can contribute to the world in turn as well. Okay, Knight of Cups in this kind of reading is about spirituality, love, meditation. It's someone incredibly imaginative, artistic, very charming, tactful, diplomatic. It's basically recognizing that all is not bad. I know we're all getting fed this negativity 24/7. Adverts, the news, media, other people, Take a temporary pause away from doomers. Doomers. Because they're going to bring you down as well. I know that life is not sunshine, rainbows and lollipops. I wish it was. But taking the extreme view of everything is 100% bad 100% of the time, that's not going to get us anywhere either. There needs to be a balance. And right now your energy needs to be focused on, well, okay, yeah, there is a lot of shitty things that's going on in the world right now and a lot of shitty people, but what is beautiful? And what can I contribute that is also going to be loving and beautiful? Okay, it sounds cheesy, but you've got to keep things in perspective here. Okay, because if you're surrounded by doom and gloom and doomers, that's going to bring your own vibration down. And what we need more than ever is for people to start looking at the beauty around them, appreciating the beauty around them, and then contributing to that. We need more of this sun energy and less of this moon energy. And this is in your hopes and fears, by the way, this moon energy. This is your subconscious energies, your inner emotions, the moon, afraid of the unknown, afraid of the uncertainty. So that ties in with everything that we've literally just said down there. Okay. And then you've got the Ace of Cups as your guidance or your possible outcome. Ace of Cups. Cup overflowing with love. It's hope. It's relationships. Again, creativity and spirituality. It's intimacy. Intimacy with yourself. Intimacy with others. It's about an emotional awakening, allowing your feelings to flow outwards. So you started off the read here with ignoring your own feelings and emotions, and Spirit's telling you to find a healthy outlet for any feelings of pain. You can do that via your own creativity, but you see with that dove, that's peace and liberation. When you honor your feelings, you're giving yourself a sense of peace and you're liberating yourself from being a prisoner to your own feelings. The true sense of the word spirituality is getting closer to self. It's not about yoga poses and yoga pants and vegan lifestyle. I mean, kudos to those who do that. But that's not what it's all about. It's about getting closer to self. And the only real way that you can do that is by honoring your feelings, your emotions, finding healthy outlets for them, not metaphorically bleeding on others who had nothing to do with your original injury. You know how narcissists do that? They punish other people because they themselves were quote unquote abused. And so they think that they're entitled to go around abusing other people because of that. That's them basically bleeding on innocence, on innocent people who had nothing at all to do with the original injury. Why do they get to that stage? Repressed emotions. Repressing emotions is the most dangerous thing that any single person can do, ever. By honoring yourself and giving yourself this permission to feel, that's your liberation. And then everything from that point forward is going to move on quickly. Very, very quickly. So all of the external blockages that you're currently experiencing, in a lot of ways, you're experiencing those blockages because of your internal blockages. And what's your internal blockage? It's all about your repressed emotions. Honor thyself. You have a healing message for our collective, please. Okay. The pink dolphin. Celebration, fun, unbridled joy, an open heart. Very spooky. Out of all the cards that you could have had in this deck, you got the pink dolphin. Which is all about allowing yourself to feel joy, to feel joyful, and seeing the beauty all around you. Okay. This one says the Amazon River dolphin, also known as the pink dolphin because of its unique pinkish colouring, is an endangered marine animal that lives in the freshwaters of the Amazon. Yada yada yada. I don't think anyone really needs to know that. We just need to know the meaning of the card. It's deeply revered. It's the subject of many local myths and legends. Okay, so this one asks. Okay, this is a card of welcoming more joy into your life, to opening your heart and mind to new experiences, and prioritizing your happiness and fun. To prioritize play and take time off from the monotony of our everyday lives. To play like a child without being attached to the outcome. And just in case anyone thinks I'm bullshitting you, it's all right there. Okay, I cannot make it up. How can you welcome more joy into your life? What can you do just for fun? What do you want to celebrate? This card is a wonderful one to receive and is always an invitation to stop being so serious, to play and have more fun. When we play, we're able to release the pressures and stress that we're carrying and switch off. Often when we do this, the two hemispheres of our brain can make connections and solutions that we previously couldn't see come flowing in. Soul inquiry. So this is what you're needing to sit with and ask yourself and answer to yourself honestly. How can you welcome more joy into your life? Okay, and it is not going to come through keeping yourself busy so that you can ignore your own feelings, right? It's why we need to be careful with tarot. We've got to really feel out the energy that is accompanying the cards, right? That, for some, could have been a romantic reading, right? For the vast majority, this is about that inner work. That inner work that every single person on the planet, we're all working on ourselves constantly, or at least we should be. Okay. The inner work is far more important than what other people are doing. Alright. It's far more important than how others may or may not be thinking or feeling about us. I mean, all of that is nice to find out about, but this one ended up being an inner work read. For definite. Right, so with that being said, I'm going to conclude the read with the Spiritual AF deck. Okay, if anyone is new here, then I do need to give the warning that this deck contains swearing and sarcasm. If you don't like that sort of thing, then you just don't have to listen, okay? It's just a way that I like to uplift the energy at the end of the reading, because we shouldn't be serious all of the time, right? Call bullshit on your bullshit. Oh, bless you. Yeah, you sneezy girl. Right, you want to get out of a rut? The first step is to get tired of the bullshit. Your bullshit, their bullshit, the world's bullshit. Spend today honing your sense of deja vu. Once you can spot the old shit, you can start to stop that old shit. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's a pretty perfect card to end your reading on. But yeah, that is what I have for you guys today. I genuinely hope that that reading has been helpful to someone. For information on how to book a personal reading with me, then you will find all of that information in my description box below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.